Rose was arrested and taken to the West Hollywood Sheriff's Station, where he cooled his heels for a few hours before being bailed out on a $5,000 bond by one of his managers, Doug Goldstein. When he finally walked out at about 7 a.m., here's what he had to say about the incident.
I live next door to a psycho.
Yeah? She been out on you, man?
Oh, she's been going off for a couple of years now.
Yeah?
Yeah. But what do you want from her?
What can you say, huh, man?
What can you say?
What can you say?
Look at all this attention. God, I feel needed and wanted. Love. I'm having fun playing it off. I mean, there's nothing else I can do.
No.
Be careful, guys. Right. Have a good one. See you in court.
Cantor was taken to the hospital where she was treated for a concussion and held briefly for observation. Her telephone number is unlisted, and we have so far been unable to contact her. We do have Axel Rose on the phone right now, though. Let's hear what he has to say. Are you there, Axel?
Yeah, what's happening?
Oh, not much. I guess it's all happening out there. You just heard the police account of all this. Does it bear any resemblance to what actually happened?
Well, as our producer says, there's a lot going on.
What actually happened there? Were you...
I was sitting here at home with a friend of mine, Dave Lank, and his fiancée, Kane, and my wife, Erin, was asleep. She had a miscarriage last week, and she's just been in bed. And my neighbor was out in the hallway at about 1:30, drunk and yelling to talk to Dave, and she doesn't even know Dave. She just seems to latch onto my friends from Indiana, and he didn't want anything to do with it, and she was out there yelling for a while, and finally I just went outside, went out in the hallway and said, why don't you just shut up and go in and crash, you're wasted. And she came flying at me, screaming, what are you going to do? Who are you? And what are you going to do? Hit me, and swung this bottle of wine at me, and I grabbed the bottle of wine and out of her hands, and then she threw her keys at me, which went in my apartment, so I just said, well, I guess you don't need those either, and I shut the door and threw her keys out the balcony and poured the wine out, and then she proceeded to, for about 20 minutes, just run full speed into my door and kick it and bash into my door, and we've taken photos of the door and everything. There's all these black marks and dents, and the doorbell's all bashed up and stuff, and screaming that she's going to stab me and get me when I'm not looking and all these other things. And I told her I was calling the police, and I had the building call the police on her and for me, and we called the sheriff's office, and they didn't really seem to care. And then she went downstairs and was screaming and yelling and called the sheriffs from downstairs, and they came, and she told them that I hit her with the bottle, and so they came up here and arrested me on felony assault with a deadly weapon.
Okay, so you're saying that you didn't actually hit her over the head with a bottle, right?
No.
Okay, has this been going on for a long time?
Yeah, it's been going on in a way that she's been warned by the building if she bothers me or knocks on my door in the middle of the night and yells and whatever, that she's going to be fined by the building for disturbing and constantly keeping it up. Her big thing is to throw parties because she lives next door to Axel. I get calls from club owners and stuff all the time going up, you're in for another one tonight. Gabby was in here and she was drunk and, you know, saying she lives next door to you. It's funny, people like Madonna's dancers and stuff are always knocking on my door in fucking strange hours of the night.
Do you anticipate any problem at court? I mean, is this going to be easy to prove your case when it comes up?
I don't know. I don't seem to think I'm going to have much of a problem, but then again, you never know, and I'm not, going to sit here and say that everything will be just fine, because you never know in a court of law what can happen.
Yeah.
I just know that I'm going to take this up also with a civil suit against her for all the inconvenience and the stress to my wife and being arrested falsely and everything. So it's just been an ongoing problem, and I've been on the phone with my lawyers and management for about the last year and a half saying something's going to happen, and this is her 15 minutes, as Andy would say, and she's inventing her life. She's one of these people that, like, I feel sorry for her. She's lonely and doesn't have much in her life, but, she's trying to cling on to something, and now she's found a way to get involved, and she would rather be in a confrontation and an argument than be ignored.
Yeah. Well, you have another place in Los Angeles, another house. Do you think maybe it's time to move there and stay there?
Yeah, but there's things I have in this place, and it's set up as my office and stuff that I don't want to take certain things like fax machines and computers and all that stuff up to the house and deal with, Guns N' Roses, the business all the time. I'd rather have that for try to have a family life. Aaron and I are going to try again at this baby thing, and hopefully it'll work out this time.
Okay, well, good luck. Get back to work on that album.
Thanks.
Thanks for calling in, man.
Have a good one.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.